honored to be here today. I know I am to talk about investing in Costa Rica, right, today. So before I start, I would like to ask everyone a question. Who has been to Costa Rica? Anybody? Anybody? No? Really? Everybody's shaking your head. Okay, if not, nobody, that's okay. That's why today it is with pleasure to introduce you this beautiful country filled with opportunity and much more. Right in the heart of American continent, there is this beautiful country, Costa Rica. I'm going to show you a short video to start my presentation, okay? And before that, to minimize my background noise, and I'm going to mute this device. I'm going to share my screen.
Yes, you are the host. You can share your screen.
Can you see my screen?
No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. With two account.
Can you see my screen?
You can share your screen now.
I'm sharing my screen already.
Oh, wait.
She has the other account that says Jessie Lee without her image. That's the one that we need for her to share the screen.
Wait. Please try now.
Okay. Share.
We have an echo, so I think Jessie needs to put something on mute.
How about now?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, it only says Zoom.
You can't hear anything, right?
No sound. I think there's two settings, one on your laptop and one on the video. The video is on, so the laptop must be on. Or the device that you are sharing it on is on.
You have to share your screen again.
Say that again.
Share your screen again.
You can see my screen right now?
No, it is off.
Okay, I do it again. Okay, I do it again. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Yes, but there's nothing on it. So you need to play, I think.
Yes, I'm going to play.
We still have no sound. But and you turn your computer sound on. The video sound is on, but not the computer. Oh, that's cute.
Okay, so what do you think, everyone?
You can turn your screen off now, or sharing.
For now, okay. So what do you think, everyone? Excited? Yes?
Yes.
Ready to go to Costa Rica, right? And dance, right? I'm going to show you how to salsa, merengue, right? Okay, actually, let me start, go to the actual presentation of today. I don't want to bore you with slides, you know. I really don't want to, you know, bore you with slides. So instead of showing you boring slides, I actually will show you another video, but this video will be silent, okay, while I touch today's topic. So you can see how pretty this country is, and maybe even visualize yourself living there, or someone that you can help someone to achieve this dream. So now just relax, watch the video, and while I introduce Costa Rica to you, I can't cover everything in such a short time. My goal today is just give you a overall presentation to introduce what is Costa Rica. At this time, I'm going to switch my device one more time, okay? And I'm going to present and share my screen with your permission. Screen. Please tell me that you can see this screen, okay?
Yes, we can see yours.
This. Yes?
Yes, we can see your screen.
This is the one I want to show, and it has no sound to it, okay? Tell me that you can see.
Yes.
Yes? Thank you, Molly. Okay. All right. So this is, of all the Central American countries, Costa Rica is actually regarded as having the most stable and most democratic government. And in 1948, the Constitution abolished the country's army. So that means Costa Rica does not have military. With no standing army, the Costa Rican government actually has poured those funds into both public education and preserving the natural heritage. Today, there are more than 100 protected areas consisting of reserves, wildlife refuges, and national parks in Costa Rica. The country offers one of the most modern public health care system, which has recently ranked number 36 in the world by the World Health Organization. Pretty impressive. Costa Rica weather packs a lot of variety between its Pacific and Caribbean shores. The nicest thing is that it does not have the two most inhospitable climates for humans and wildlife, which are what? Snow and frozen tundra and desert, right? We don't have that type of those type of severe weather in Costa Rica. So it does contain every other type of climate that exists on Earth. Because Costa Rica is thought to be a tropical country because it is close to the equator, about 10 degrees to the north. Costa Rica has no winter season. So people enjoy mild temperature all year round, usually ranging from 70 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Although it is warmer on the beaches and temperature can get up into the 90s, the coolest months, it's actually from November to January. The hottest and the most tropical are March through May. To put it more simple for you guys, weather in Costa Rica is usually defined as two seasons, a dry season and a green season. So when is the best time of year to visit Costa Rica regarding weather and climate? This is one of the most frequently asked questions. And my answer is Costa Rican weather is fantastic anytime. The perks of traveling during the green season are numerous. And while the dry season may mean bigger crowds and probably more costly when it comes to lodging, but the lure of warm sunshine override all these negatives. Thanks to its stable and developed economic basis, Costa Rica enjoy a higher standard of living than comparing to other Central American countries, and also has a stronger growth rate in terms of social, political, and economic matter. So although the Costa Rican economy is not as powerful as that of the US or European nation or even some of the Asian countries, but it certainly punches above its weight and was lucky enough to recover quickly from the global financial crisis in the 2007 and 2008. So why invest in Costa Rica? Costa Rica is a success story in terms of its development. It is classified as a high middle income country that has experienced sustained economic growth for the past 25 years. It is noteworthy to mention that over the last several years, Costa Rica has managed to reduce its total poverty rate from 22.3% to 20.5%. Companies that invest in Costa Rica benefit from its economy stability, okay? So, and in the recent years, the dollar's interest and exchange rate have maintained stable as well. This has built confidence in consumer and debtors, as well as in individuals and companies that have come to invest in Costa Rica. One of the top reasons why foreigners continue to invest in Costa Rica, it's in its market with it's the market with low risk and high, huge profit. The Costa Rican government dedication to advancing the real estate industry has directly contributed to the country's flourishing market, although the costs are not as low as they were 10 years ago, but Costa Rica is still booming. Investing in a market that is already established, where you can expect to make solid profit, has advantage over taking a chance on a market that is developing in an unpredictable manner, right? So other than investing in residential real estate, there are many other great opportunities, such as investing in small boutique hotels, solar companies, restaurant, industrial, used car sale, etc., etc. There are just so many you can do in Costa Rica. 2020 had a powerful impact on the Costa Rican economy, okay? Leaving a contraction of about 4.5% because of the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, which represent the worst drop since 1982, according to information from the Costa Rican Central Bank. However, and despite the complicated economic situation, the country continues to be a destination for many foreign investment by nations that trust in the recovery of this beautiful country's economy. Therefore, Costa Rica remains a great place for investors, for anyone that seek for different life and opportunity outside of the usual places, right? So how about education? All right, everybody care about the education. According to different report, Costa Rica actually is in fourth place among 94 countries with the most accessibility to education. These studies show that education in this country covers most of the population, since the rate of the people who can read and write is 90.27%, which is very, very good. And the illiteracy is only 9.73. So through constant attention to education, Costa Rica has reached the highest percentage of literacy in Central America, which competes with the largest and the most industrialized nation in the world. Since 1970, Costa Rica has invested 28% of their national budget in education. So this would not have been achieved if armed forces, military, still existed in this country. So the children of the investor have no problem living in Costa Rica and receive high level of education. Now, I want to talk a little bit about retirement or simply living in Costa Rica, right? According to World Economic Forum, they listed the top 10 best countries for retirement. Costa Rica was actually voted the number 2 best country to retire. I kid you not, you guys can Google it, right? Let's think about it. When it comes to retirement, the most important thing is what? A good health care system, affordable living expense, so our money lasts longer. And it would be wonderful if the weather is nice. Well, Costa Rica offers all that to you guys. Cost of living, housing, healthcare, residency, it's just easy. Fitting in and entertainment, you will have no problem fitting in. In fact, many foreigners living in Costa Rica falls in love with the country from the moment they land. Climate, well, we talked about that already. The weather is a guarantee to attract visitors and investors years after years. Government, Costa Rica has been a strong democratic government since 1945 and has demonstrated a long record of safety and stability. The crime rate is low. And let's talk about opportunity. Even as a retiree, you might want to start a new career, right? So this is, in fact, a lot of foreigners are early retiree or even young family. They move their family to Costa Rica and have a very successful small business and retire at the same time. You might ask me, what a mortgage consultant like Jesse, myself, can help people to achieve investing or immigrating, or moving to Costa Rica? What am I doing here? Allow me, guys, to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a native Taiwanese. Actually, I'm a native Taiwanese. I was like 9 years old when my family immigrated to Costa Rica. I was there throughout most of my youth. I studied in University of Costa Rica before I moved to California. For me, Costa Rica is my second home. I actually consider myself as a Costa Rican more than a Taiwanese. That is probably because I spent more years and half of my life in Costa Rica other than Taiwan. So I speak 3 languages fluently: Spanish, English, and Mandarin. My language ability have helped me all my life. I love Costa Rica so much that I made the effort to talk about this beautiful place whenever I have the chance. In the past 5 years, as a side job and a hobby, I have been helping many American and Canadian citizens to establish and gain residency in Costa Rica. I have connection with attorney, doctors, and real estate professionals. I help setting up their plan and identify housing for them. And I help setting up their plan and identify housing for them. You know, I'm passionate of helping people. So there's just so much to discover about this amazing country. And my plan is to do this full time in the near future. I realized that my slides, it's just ended. So not to bore you, I'm just going to put this one here on the top. So before I enter this presentation, I mean, like I said, I want to keep it short. I'm going to teach you 2 Spanish words that would make every Costa Rican smile. Actually, every Latinos, okay, will know. Guys, ready? 2 Spanish words, okay? Let's start. Pura, pura vida, pura vida. Just come on, let's repeat after me. Pura vida. Yeah?
Pura vida.
Pura vida.
Thank you. Esther, pura vida.
Pura vida.
Molly, pura vida.
Pura vida.
So as this is the famous Costa Rican saying. Pura vida actually goes, you can lead a pure life in this beautiful country. Pura means pure. Vida is life. Pura vida. So yeah. So this is the Costa Rican way of just lead a pure life, pura vida. So everywhere you go, pura vida. I want to thank Molly again for inviting me today. And thank you all for joining today's meeting. I hope you find my presentation helpful and informational. My full contact is on the screen. So at this time, I'm going to open up for Q&A. You know, any question, I mean, I would love to answer any question that I can answer.
Ma'am, Dr. Abhishek here. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Go
sir,
ahead.
you are.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, what are the various sectors in Costa Rica where we can invest, and what is the normal investment amount you're looking at? Like, where we can invest and what amount we can invest?
Okay. Like when you say investment, right? There are so much to invest, right? You can invest in real estate, you can invest in restaurants, you can even invest in companies, right? I mean, I talked about solar company the other day with another individual. Okay, solar company is something that, of course, here in the United States we are introducing green. So because Costa Rica is so protected, so I feel solar company is really definitely something that anyone that on the call today, you might want to think about it. This is really anything that has to do with conservation, it's going to be good. Okay, and amount of the investment that you need is really depend on what you want to invest, right? If you wanted to invest in, I have American and Canadian people that want to invest in real estate. So what they do is they buy a condo. It could be a luxury condo. It could be a just, not too luxury condo. So they can turn into Airbnb. And depending on the location, it could be right in the center in San Jose, which is the capital of Costa Rica, or maybe by the beach or even near the beach. So it really depends on what you want, where you want to invest. So that can dictate how much money you need. And now a lot of people also ask me, Jesse, how about retirement? We all know retirement in United States, okay, because I help a lot of American people and Canadian people to retire. I mean, they have probably, some of the people have probably $500,000 to $1 million, in their purse. I mean, in their bank. And here in California, I mean, it's not going to last you very long with $500,000, right? And so, but with $500,000, I tell you, in Costa Rica, it's going to last if you do it right and you buy a house and not so expensive in a decent neighborhood, it's going to last for a very, very long time. That's called the retirement. But when it comes to investment, really, it just depends on what you have in mind. Hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Any other question?
So I just wanted to add to what Jessie said.
Molly, we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Let me speak louder. In Costa Rica actually was the first one over 25 years ago made their Futura law, where the tourism law that is now benefiting not just Costa Rica, that it is a pattern and a standard for all other Central and South America to pattern after. So Mexico is also doing the same thing with investments. Dominican Republic, that's another one. So you sort of be able to go to visit the paradise and buy a home and be able to come back. So you go there and you go there as a visitor and you come back as a landowner or a homeowner. So these tourism law in these countries allow you to do that. And once you buy, you actually have an ability to have second citizenship if you would like to. And it's a pretty powerful idea when you invest. So it doesn't cost a lot.
It does not cost a lot to invest and gain the residency. And it does not cost a lot to retire and gain the retirement residency. It's just very affordable. I think the country is just very welcome everyone. It's still developing. So I talk about that sometimes people want, okay, let's move our money to an underdeveloped country. You run the risk of inconsistency of their economy, right, and their government. But here in Costa Rica, it's established and it's still booming, and that's why it attracts a lot of investors from all over the world. A lot of Chinese actually are also Chinese actually already investing big time. They help Costa Rican country to build roads, and they actually invested in a lot of stadiums and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a lot of opportunities there. Mm-hmm. And I would love to see some Indian communities. Seriously, that would be wonderful, because I don't remember having, I do know one or two Indian family, very nice people, but it's not a huge community. It's not something that Costa Rica know of, right? And I think this is it's an opportunity for you folks.
Can you give us some statistics or of what nations goes to Costa Rica the most? Are they Europeans? Are they Americans, for example?
American, Canadian. When it comes to European, we're talking about French, and people from England, people from France, and people from Germany. Those are the top countries, right? But of course, I started to see back in the 80s, 1982, okay? Like the early 80s, okay? I saw a lot of Taiwanese move their country there. I don't know, maybe at the time, they feel it's safer because the situation that they had with China, but that was back in the 80s. So, but those Taiwanese family that I got to know them, they actually, a lot of them already moved back to Taiwan and, to build, because they build their family. But a lot of them actually also just live there. And they're very well established, very wealthy. And now I see more, when it comes to Asian, I would say it's people from China. I don't see that many Taiwanese. Okay. So but definitely I talked to actually I have a I have a friend who works for the government. They are hoping to have more diversity of the investors, right? Because all they have was just American, Canadian, European, and Chinese people. It would be nice if they have a little bit of diverse. And I heard African country, South African country, they are actually thinking about coming, one of the big company. And also I overheard some of the Arabic countries are also investing huge in Costa Rica. And there is a reason why people are confident in just sending money there and invest. And I think I think it has to come down with the people, the beautiful people, the beautiful people, the beautiful climate, okay, and also it's a land of opportunity. It's just everywhere you can see, you can make money. It's just on a different scale of investment that you want to pour.
Abhishek is having the question. Yes, Abhishek. You are on mute.
Sorry. Thank you, Jesse, for bringing us Costa Rica today. I was in Mauritius I was in Mauritius 2 years back, and I met a Costa Rican couple there, and they told me about Costa Rica, the biodiversity and the national parks there. So after looking at the video and your presentation, I really found it very fascinating, and it's on my list from now to be there with family and to explore Costa Rica. Coming to the business point of view, can you throw some light on how the government there is looking for the investors, what they are doing, and what kind of opportunities are there? You have already told us about the opportunities there in various sectors, but how the government is promoting which sector more and how they are helping investors. If you can throw some light on that part, please.
Okay. So I think how the Costa Rican government, how are they helping those investment, right? I think when it comes to investment, it's both way, right? So how an investor can provide Costa Rica to promote employment. Okay. So like for example, I see some couple move to Costa Rica because they love Costa Rica, just like Molly says, right? And they just went to Costa Rica as a tourist. They bought a land, they bought a condo, and they just rent it out, and they love it, and maybe they decided to stay and then open a restaurant, and that's not investment, right? I mean, yeah, okay, they open a restaurant because that actually it's an opportunity, right? But when I talk about investment, it's in a larger scale of investment, right? It could be there's still many opportunity, like maybe to do a boutique hotel. When it comes to boutique hotel, the government will be able to, once you establish, okay, will be able to have funds for you to finance up, okay. And when it comes to industrial, okay, the government look at your book of business, look at your plan, and they understand, okay, what you see. When you go in the first year, of course, you're not going to go in the first year and ask for loans, ask for money, and ask for funds, ask for assistance. I think the first year you establish, most investors establish with their own money. And once they establish, they show the government that they're able to provide opportunity for the local people. And that's when mutual aid starts. That's the true investment. That's the way I see it, okay? And that's why, I see Amazon is there, Samsung, of course, okay, Samsung. And Samsung just opened a big company there. And I heard, this is what I heard. I heard in 2023, Intel and some of the high technology company, they are going to open it up there. So that says a lot. It's to create opportunities, and that's, I don't know what like what you guys have in mind, so we can, my information on the screen. I invite you to call me, to connect with me, to email me, so we can talk more in detail. Yeah.
Thank you, Jessie. Don't forget to put your information at the chat box so everybody can connect with you. Anyone else have questions?
Chat box.
Even I don't know much about Costa Rica. And as far the, Indians are concerned, these days it is not that easy for us to get the US and Canada visa. So, what best we can do that when we meet with any Indian who are from Costa Rica or anyone who is interested in Costa Rica, we can just, transform their information to you. And that's all we can say right now, because I don't have any information about Costa Rica.
I hope today's, I really hope today's presentation give you guys a little bit. I know it's late it's a little late in India, right? What time is it over there right now?
It's 10.
Oh, time to sleep. So I hope that you guys go to bed today with the music that I play. And hopefully next time we connect, I can show you how to dance salsa and merengue. Esther is laughing.
And she's very good. I can dance salsa, but she is good. She's fast.
So Esther, do you have any question, my dear? We can hear you.
You did a good job. Yeah.
So how do you like the presentation?
I like the presentation. I really want to go there.
Are you ready to pack your bag?
How about all of us make a time a week?
Yeah, make a trip to there.
How's that?
We should form a group, right? Yeah. Seriously, we should form a group. You guys can bring your significant other. If you have children, bring your children. If you have girlfriend, bring your girlfriend. Okay, we can all really. I can really set it up and plan a trip to take you guys there to see how beautiful this country is. And I don't take my words for it, okay? I guarantee you. I guarantee you, you will fall in love. There's nobody that I have taken to Costa Rica that will tell me they had a bad experience. It's impossible. That's how amazing this beautiful country is to offer, okay? And thank you again. I'm going to end this presentation by thank you, Molly. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I know we have a small group, but still, thank you for giving me the opportunity. And again, this is Jessie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jessie.
Thank you, Jessie. We missed some of our participants.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions or comments?
No, just thanks to Jessie for the presentation. And yes, I would love to see her do some salsa.
It's Jackie. Yeah, you would love to dance with her. She's good.
Good
Jackie's a good dancer too. So I think you too. So thank you very much, everybody, for attending. And hopefully she's enlightened a little bit about Costa Rica and the rules and regulations. And it's a very sound country. So thank you for coming, and we'll bid you a good night.